Lately I wish I found the sky. You're worshiping the lightning, you don't know why.
Hey everybody, welcome to Shanth Enjeti Art. I'm going to be unboxing Graveyard Shift Volume 3. And so let's take a look at this. So here's the Gemini mailer that it comes in. And let's take a look and see what's in here. Okay, very cool. Looks like it is signed by Mark Poulton. And there you've got the credits on the top of the page there. I think it's Mark Poulton, and I'm going to try to remember the first name. I think it's Aaron Alfeche, so hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I know how that goes. So let's take a look and see what we got here. So here it comes, polybagged and securely sealed inside of here, which is great. My book's in really good condition, no damage, and I think the Gemini mailers have been holding up really well, so it's not that surprising. Let's see if we turn the book over. We've got 2 trading cards, and then we've got what looks like a promotion for Jon Malin's Godlike, which is a new comic that he has just launched on Indiegogo. So let's take a look. Let's see what we've got in here. So let's take a look. Let's see what we've got in here. And let's take this stuff out here. There we go. So we'll take a look. We'll start with this stuff right here just because it's great to see. So we've got some cards here, some trading cards. This is a character here called Tar Pit. And you can see the beautiful artwork. It's got a nice gloss to it. Really nice edges. And then there you can kind of see the back of the trading card right there. There you go. Now let's take a look at this one right here. This is Wrecker. He's wrecking things. And you can see again on both of these cards, you've got the Graveyard Shift logo. Really nicely designed. Kind of reminds me of some of the stuff I would pick up in the 90s during kind of the Topps, boom, and some of the comic book stuff that came out. It slowly got better and better, but these are really nice quality. And there you've got the power ratings on the back of the characters, descriptions, first appearances, what their names are. Really nicely done. Kind of takes me back to the Marvel Universe game that some of us used to play. And you could get these giant books that gave you all the descriptors of the characters, tells you their weight, their height. Really kind of sells you on creating that sort of immaculate reality of a world. So there's some really great world building, going on with this stuff. Really nice. So here is a promotional card for Godlike. And that is, I think this is the cover image. And it's prominently featured in the imagery from the trailer. And I was actually really excited about the visuals of the book, so I did a fan trailer of this. So let's take a look. I'll show you what my fan trailer of this looks like.
"10,000 years from now, a new dark age has begun. One man, haunted by visions of a bygone age in a mythical world known as Earth, must remember his past to save the last of humanity in a distant, dying world. In an age where magic and super science are one, to kill a god, a champion must become godlike. Become godlike and order now only on Indiegogo."
This is a live campaign, so if you haven't backed it yet, and you're interested in high fantasy and sort of Jack Kirby Fourth World and, just great action comics. And I think Jon Malin has said that he's a big fan of Travis Chare's artwork. I am as well. And just really kind of a nice little promotional card in here. It's not, these are the kinds of things that are, they're promotional, but it's done really nicely. It's got, a great finish. And it's the kind of thing, that back in the day when I was younger, I'd have tacked up on the wall, of my room when I was collecting comics. So really nice. Like how that came out. Cool. Then we've got another card. Look at these giant cards. My God. 14-year-old me would be in absolute heaven getting all this stuff. I mean, 45-year-old me really enjoys getting this stuff. The great Dan Frega did this piece right here. Frega Boom. I did a piece on my Instagram, if any of you guys follow me over on Instagram, of one of his characters. And Dan's a good guy. And I also did an intro for him. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, it's funny. I've been looking at Dan Frega's work since, I had and I don't have it anymore, unfortunately, with the rest of my comic collection. But I had the first issue of Black Flag when it came out, and Dan Frega had his work, I believe, inked by Todd McFarlane, and that was a big draw to me. And it's really interesting. He's had a career in storyboarding, and I'm really looking forward. I backed this book, and I'm really looking forward to seeing, what it all looks like finished and put together with the colors on it. But his stylistic and his drawing and his what's the word I'm looking for? His visual language has broadened so much because of all of the different work that he's been doing, that his style has had this kind of really interesting maturing without losing that beautiful kind of cartoony comic book style that I think is one of those essential qualities to comics when you're collecting them. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, we've got a Carl O'Rowe artwork here. And let's see, Carl is doing, wow, this is great. This is a collection of the characters. I only know Carl from Instagram, but really nice line work on here. Great. I love the perspective. And this is one of those things that I've really come to appreciate when I'm looking at artwork. I love seeing the depth in this, and it has many layers of reading. I have not opened this before, so I'm actually realizing a lot of things as I look at it, but I love that there's this, if you look here in the background in the moon, there's this faint Graveyard Shift logo, so the moon is also subtly the logo, but it doesn't draw attention to you, it doesn't draw attention to itself when you first look at it. You kind of, see the piece, you come in through the composition, you read through, you see the foreground, and then you end up in that back corner. You see that logo, and it's just a really nicely told piece right there. And then, of course, you've got the dead werewolves. I don't know how I feel about that. I like werewolves. So I'm sure Carl does as well. I'm sure he didn't mean to have to kill so many werewolves, but that's the story, isn't it? Werewolves fare better in my book because I'm a huge werewolf fan. But again, if you're drawing werewolves, you're probably a fan too. Love the way that the anatomy was handled right there. Really nicely done, if you can see that. But there's a really great, subtle turning of the torso there, and then some nice color work done. So that's a great job there by Carl O'Rowe. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. All right, cool. Let's see what we got here. And I don't have... Oh, I do have a signature on here. At first, I couldn't see it. Kelsey Shannon. So, wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, Kelsey's colors are just stunning. And then on top of that, this is a very painterly piece. Beautiful piece. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. And again, some of the similar things that I really care about when I'm doing my work and that is just, the sign of someone who is committed to their craft. You see almost this kind of dry brush effect and beautiful, watercolor effect with the digitals. And then, if you squint your eyes, you can just see how beautifully the contrast is laid out. Love how the sword was handled. Love things like this in here. Let me zoom out so everybody can sort of get a better look at it. But really exceptional piece by Kelsey Shannon. I mean, this is the thing that I find really compelling about this work is that you think about, I actually did not know how much of this stuff was going to be in here because you back a lot of campaigns and a lot of time passes. But this is, which again is sort of part of it. It's kind of fun. You back these campaigns, for me anyway. You back these campaigns, you make sure to update your address. And then it's almost like, oh wow, I'd forgotten when this was exactly coming, and then it shows up at your doorstep and you open it up. And this is a really great package. It's kind of taking me back to what I loved about collecting comics back in the day. And these are really high quality extras. These are really nicely done cards. I mean, these are things you would tack up on your wall. Beautiful kind of mini posters. I think I'm gonna have to do something like this, for my campaign. I'm really, I was already thinking about doing things like this, but this kind of drives it home. Beautiful work by Kelsey, and if you look at that great kind of almost 1930s Dracula Nosferatu, the castle in Orava Castle in Slovakia kind of quality to it. It's just this beautiful little, let me get a little closer there, this beautiful little Gothic corner right there. Just gorgeous. Really beautiful stuff. And I love that. Actually, I think that may be one of my favorite interpretations I have seen of that character. It's just beautiful. I love big behemoth characters. Wonderful. All right, here we go. Another one. My goodness, look at how many of these things we get. Let me see if I can find whose this is. I think I know whose this is, but can I see a signature with my glasses? Oh my gosh. I don't want to misattribute this to anybody, so I'm going to try to find the signature there. Can't find the signature, but I suspect it's the cover artist for the swimsuit issue, but I can't find the signature. So if I'm wrong and I'm misattributing this, I apologize. But that is beautiful stuff. That is beautiful work. Look at that. Look at that detail. I bet you the signature is right in front of me or something, and I just am missing it. But nicely done. Sorry, I'm looking at it, so let me get it a little bit closer to the camera so that you guys can see it. We've got a slushie there. That's really important. Wonderful, wonderful job on the gun there. Just beautifully realized. I'm pretty sure I know who the artist is on this. Great glasses. Wonderful. Yeah, it's the illustrator and creator and writer of, I think he's the writer as well, of Groken. Beautiful book that I've also backed, and I can't wait to see digital coloring, and I cannot believe his name is escaping me right now. It's really annoying. But, if you sign your work, it'd be a lot easier, or at least sign it where I could see it. But again, apologies if it's like right in front of me and everybody's screaming at the screen right now. I can see it. I can see the signature. But let's take a look at that detail right in there in the shoulder. Yeah, beautiful style. Kenneth Roquefort. Got it. I did not... You see my hands in frame. I did not search that. That's who I think it is. I think it's Kenneth Roquefort. So, and if I'm pronouncing your name wrong again, my name is Shanth Enjeti. I'm with you. Okay? When you have a name Shanth, it's not like it's always easy to pronounce. But the quality on these is fantastic, guys. And if you love art, and if you love the art form of comics, it's great to get these kinds of things. I mean, these are so fun. It makes your day fun. I'm about to get back to the drawing board. Just walked my wife and kids up to the school where my wife is a high school art teacher, and I got this the other day. But to come home and be able to unbox something like this before I get to work on my drawing board is just wonderful. It's inspiring to me as an artist and as someone who's self-publishing, art books and comics, and gets me more excited about the comic I'm about to do. So there you go. Now we've got the backing board, because this is everything out of the bag. And your standard comic book backing board. There's the back cover, but we'll get to that in a bit. And here is Graveyard Shift Volume 3. And again, this is a very glossy stock cover, as my light's reflecting. And there you can see the signature in gold pen right there. Really nice. I'm going to see if I can move this light over just a little bit so it's not so in the way when I'm flipping through this. So again, Mark Poulton and Aaron Alfeche working on this. And I hate not opening comics the correct way because I like to hold the spine. But here you've got this is painful. to open a book and worry about bending the spine, but it is what it is. Want to read it, so that's how it goes. So, story there by Jon Malin, again, whose current campaign is called Godlike. There's Mark Poulton. I don't know if Viking Wolf is still going, but I know that's one of the more recent campaigns I have. There's Aaron Alfeche, Mark Poulton, colorist Anthony George, letterer the great Eric Weathers, proofreader Steve Dye, and editor and publisher Jon Malin. And Graveyard Shift created by Jon Malin and Mark Poulton, cover by Jon Malin, and let me see if I can get this. It's either is it George Cortez or I want to say Jorge Cortez. I hope I'm not butchering your name. Again, feel free to leave a comment below if I'm butchered your name. But here's the artwork. I'm going to try to avoid spoilers here, and I'm just going to kind of flip through it off camera. But this is the quality of artwork that you're getting in a book like this. And this isn't a review. This is an unboxing. So if you are, wary or concerned about spoilers, do not watch this flip through. But I'm a connoisseur of werewolf art, and that is a fantastic werewolf. Beautiful coloring, beautiful line work, just gorgeous. That's a great... Geez, the light's annoying me right now. That's a great figure. Everything in here is really nice. And actually, it's interesting. I just noticed this one because of the glare I'm getting, but let that focus. The werewolf right there in the back is really nicely done. Love the cools and the highlights, and then some of the warms as you get into the medium tones there. Beautifully done. Yeah, great stuff. Classic comics. And there's Wrecker, and I have my Wrecker card. I have all my cards that came in this set. I mean, again, when I think about everything that comes in this, there's a lot of value for what you're paying for, because you're not just getting a comic book. When you get something like this, you're not just getting a comic. You're supporting an independent movement in making quality comics that are as good as classic runs on comics in their prime, and I think far better than the mainstream industry. It just is, the way it is right now. And this is gorgeous work. Everybody who's worked on this creatively should be really proud of what they've done, because I think that, the artwork is fantastic. I love the subtle areas right in here where the line work seems like it's a little bit blown out. It works to tell you what time period you're in. Great backgrounds, great perspective, really beautifully done. Oh, wow, it's got an orca in it. Nice. Killer whales. Big fan of that. Yeah, this is gorgeous stuff. And I don't want to ruin the book and show too much, but I just want everybody to get a sense of what the quality is of this book. I'm going to show this right here, this double page spread. And it's tough, again, to do with my lighting setup, but that's on me. But look at the beautiful line work that's going into this project. It's just a gorgeous project here. Quite nice. Great background image right there. Really wonderful. So I'm going to flip because, I don't want to... jeez. All right, there's another double page spread. I'm breaking my own rules, but if anyone who's ever met me before knows when I show books and I go, I don't want to show too much, or I'm not going to stop on every page, I have a tendency to stop on every page. That's just the way that it is. So, all right, I'm going to try to skip that. Don't want to ruin the ending for anybody. And all right, so let's go into here. And then one of the cool things that Jon does is he's got some judges in there too. He has art contests. Gosh, I'm trying not to give away the ending. He has art contests, and then he's got some people who are judging said art contests right here, listed, the judges. And then these are works that are done by fans. And so you've got, these beautiful works here. And it looks like it's Jose Garcia, Andrew Jacobs, Javier Gutierrez, I think it is. Apologies again if I'm mispronouncing your names. And then here is some fan art. Those were contest winners, those three. And then here's the fan art section. signed by Martian there. I can't, let me see here. It says Dax Martian. Interesting. Or is it Martin? I can't tell you. Apologies. I'm reading that wrong. Art by David Pahikainen. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Or Kanan. I'm sorry. Apologies again. Mr. Bisley. Artwork right there. Dan Lynch. Hogan Kimbrell, I think it is, or Kimbrell. Again, and then here are the credits on the back page. And then, of course, always a class thing to do at the end of a book. Thank you. Thanks once again to all of you for your time, energy, and support in making this project possible, John and Mark. Really nicely done. And there's the beautiful cover that's taking an image from the inside of the book with the blurb on the back. So that is my first unboxing, and it's an unboxing of Graveyard Shift. And we'll just quickly put everything back where it belongs, and you can, again, take a look at all of the stuff you're getting. Remember as well, Jon Malin has a campaign. Jon Malin has a campaign, Godlike. Go check that out if you're interested. And I believe Mark Poulton had Viking Wolf as well. I don't know if that's in demand or if it's still available. And then there are the 2 trading cards. And I think this holds up really nicely with like a lot of the books that are being done by CG right now. I know Andy Smith's First Man 2 is available right now. It's funding right now. It's got, I think, 2 or 3 days left. This is First Man Volume 1, which is also available with that campaign. I'll put the links to these in the description. And again, if you don't know Andy Smith's work, beautiful. And I have to say this with Graveyard Shift and with First Man, I like the square binding. The square bound books I really enjoy. And I do love the chromium cover that Ethan did on Cyberfrog. It's beautiful. But at the same time, sometimes I think it'll be nice to get these in a trade paperback where it's a little bit easier for me to flip through. But, you know, it's when you're looking at these books that are coming from creators who are starting their own publishing companies, I mean, Cyberfrog is beautiful, and I'm sure I will be reselling that book to pay for my retirement. But no, I wouldn't sell it because I read the thing to pieces. So this is Starblades. This is by Kyle Ritter. This is another all caps comics release, and again, this one's also square bound. So I think that this book really holds up beautifully. And I have the other volumes of Graveyard Shift off camera, but I can't reach them because there'll be an artwork avalanche. So definitely glad I picked this up. Beautiful project. Congratulations to everybody who worked on it for doing a great job. For those of you guys who've never seen my work before, my name is Shanth Enjeti. This is Shanth Enjeti Art. I've also done crowdfunding on Indiegogo. These are my 2 art books. This is an example of what my work looks like. And you can see off to the side that in October I'm going to be launching my comic book NOSFERO, the Crypt Walker. I'm a big fan of the glossy stock square bound, although my books are a little bit larger. They're 8.5 by 11. But this is what my artwork looks like. And I'm currently on the board. I've got pages in progress, and that's what I'm going to be working on today. I may be doing a live stream later to show my working process. But once again, check out Godlike, check out Andy Smith's First Man 2, check out, go and see what everybody's working on. Kelsey, Shannon, they all have YouTube channels, and Mark Poulton's projects as well. And really a nice package. So well done, everybody. Take care. I'll be doing some more streams soon, and for everybody who's ordered this, I hope you enjoy it and have as much fun opening it and unboxing this thing as I have. Take care, everybody, and have a great day. Catch you soon.
Luke Henry, after kicking Monarch's ass to the depths of space, is back on Earth, and now he's looking to save the world from the Fourth World Foundation. Sure, he had help from Penumbra before, but she's not helping him this time. He's got to face it on his own. Look at these 4 people. He's coming for a villain known as Adonis. He'll do it. You'll be there. Back it now. First Man 2. learning curve.
King Kong ain't got nothing on me!